the defender like Joseph. My girl say she want Netflix and chill, so I just get even one. If you fall in love, Kelly satin. You go to breakfast, I'm not capping. But you see dribble, I'm not catching. I'm not faking this, no fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. I'm on West and feet, I just want to be. I broke down my business. I shall know you go buy to. I get for the night. I broke down my business. I shall know you go buy to. I get for the night.
Esperance on the wheels of steel.
Exclusive from your barrel, I know the OG, but if you ask them know me. I know the blow trees, only know me melody. Music chose me, just know this and know me. I did low key, but I'm never lonely. Sexy ladies, come and feel me slowly.
Toxins and free radicals are built up in our body as we grow older. They come together and create lots of diseases in our bodies. They turn your body into their football pitch. They dribble the medications you use. Change the story now. Bring Reader into your team. Reader takes defun away from toxins and free radicals. With Reader, it's...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's show time. Plateau United versus Esperance. A warm round of applause when the players come out for their lineup. Please, if you have no business around the technical area or the main pitch, please exit the area now. Security officials, please clear the area for us. Thank you.
You can eat your cake and have it. Well, did you know that with BitNob, you actually can? What's BitNob, you ask? Good question. You always ask the best questions. Now, BitNob is a company focused on helping people like you save, buy, sell, and borrow with Bitcoin. Now, you're probably thinking, this is just another trading, exchange, or crypto company. Nope. Now, beyond helping you send and receive money instantly, securely, and with little or no fees, BitNob also educates you about true financial freedom. Now, how to eat your cake and have it with BitNob. DCA, also known as dollar cost averaging, is an investment strategy that proposes periodic and timely acquisitions. Okay, so basically, if you buy $10 worth of Bitcoin on a daily or weekly basis, no matter the current market price, your Bitcoin is protected against the price of Bitcoin jumping all over the place. So rather than buying Bitcoin,
Ladies and gentlemen, Plateau United versus Esperance.
Because the people I can recognize are just Koulibaly and his battery and the Ben Sherifa. So I need to get their numbers. Okay, I beg in case you get the paper, just send it. I thought it would be on live. I think with the timing, if but just from when it starts.
Please, if you have no business around the technical area, please exit now. Media men, take your vintage positions. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Plateau United. You were supposed to give me a cue now, say already I can go. You can go. Oh, okay, fantastic. Right. Thank you. It's not supposed to go out. It's not supposed to go out like that. It's supposed to be just for here. Bro, this is not supposed to go. It's supposed to be like just for the ice cream.
That means it's the own mic that you're supposed to use. Mine is all over.
I can just go. You're not supposed to come out from the you're not supposed to go. That mic that I'm showing you because my own hand is okay, I can. Thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja venue for this first round, first leg CAF Champions League matchup between Nigerian Professional Football League runners of Plateau United of Jos and Tunisian and four-time African champions Esperance of Tunis. The game's just kicked off right here, and there's so much excitement in the air. This being one of the games, of course, that will determine, that's an early opportunity there for Esperance, but the goalkeeper for Plateau United was right on the money. That's goalkeeper United. Who they keep? Oh, goalkeeper Suraj Ayeleso having a feel of the ball earlier on. For now, ball is in the half of the visiting team, Esperance of Tunisia. It's Plateau United, decked out in gold and green with green trimmings from the teen city of Jos, playing right here at the National Stadium in Abuja. They were here last month as well in a victorious assignment, beating AS Manji of Gabon by a goal to nil, and that got them the ticket to this level of the competition. On that day, it finished at 1-0. You will definitely be thinking that Plateau United will probably need that and a little bit more against Esperance. Esperance, no, they played all the big teams you can think of in the country, particularly Enyimba Fababe. They are the North Africans absolutely smacked away from the penalty box. And it's Plateau United down the right, but that was basically a 50-50 pass, and the visitors regained control. Chip the ball forward, going to route one again, down the left, and the ball chipped back. Plateau United can't get it away at the moment, but a player went tumbling just outside the box there, player for Esperance of Tunisia, thinking he was going to get the set piece, but the center official signaled the free kick was for the Nigerian side. Plateau United, the champions in the MPFL in 2017, followed that up well by finishing again tops just a couple of years later, although that season the league was basically truncated due to the COVID-19. The last time Plateau United did meet a team from North Africa in Africa was just a couple of years ago. Not the best of endings that time. They played their away games in Lagos then, and it was an Nigerian side at that time that did the business. But Plateau United, I beg your pardon, in a no-nonsense mood this year, apparently. Well, that's a clash between the two players. The Esperance player went down holding his head. Anyone who does know the North African side will know they are absolute masters of the. But then, if they are the masters of playing on the road, then Plateau United are definitely masters of winning at home. So a free kick to Esperance, make that 32 yards away from Suraj Ayeleso's goal. He's screaming himself hoarse, trying to get his wall to show him some space. It will be quite an optimistic strike where Esperance to go for goal from there. But we've seen longer range free kick goals before, although I can't think of any player on the Esperance side who is a specialist at long range dead balls. It's all about how well Plateau United set up this wall, and Ayeleso primed and ready. Esperance primed and ready, and they smacked the ball. That was not well taken hold of by the Esperance player, and in the end, it was an easy catch for Ayeleso, telling his men to get right into the half of the visitors. But a lot of turnovers in midfield as far as the Plateau United are concerned. That is one place they need to hold onto this ball and hold onto it like glue. Plateau United, very impressive in the MPFL last season. Better than all the other teams in the league, apart from, of course, champions Rivers United, who themselves, by the way, are in action this evening, playing against Wydad Casablanca of Morocco, the holders of this competition. The last time Esperance were in the final a couple of 2 years ago now, they did play against Wydad Casablanca, and after a few problems, they were awarded a trophy. But that ball nearly broke there for Plateau United. Eventually, Esperance cleared their lines. It's Plateau United in the middle of the pack. One of the players who excelled in the last game against Manji, Hagai Kato, the man in midfield, excelling. And you can hear, of course, the applause from the crowd. They like what they're seeing from the home side. Some brilliant touches in midfield. Ball chipped out to the left. But can he keep it in? Well, he just manages to do that. But the referee says he hooked the ball back in from touch. So it's a throw-in going to the green and golds. That's what they call Esperance of Tunisia. Many may not know it, but this team is not the first Tunisian side to win an African club competition. It was a dessert in 1989 when they faced off against now defunct Ranch Bees of Nigeria in the now defunct African Cup Winners' Cup. Things have changed since then. And there's massive amounts of money available for the team that crosses this round. Esperance will be hoping it's themselves, but of course, every Nigerian right here wants it to be Plateau United. Meaning, of course, that they have to get a great result here today if they and not Esperance are to make the group stages. If you want to get the money, you've got to be on the money. That's the message for Plateau United today. They've got to win and win well. Well, another clash. Two players down on the touch, free kicks given, and Plateau United are the recipients. Well, being frenetic for much of the start, and no special moments created yet. That was a hopeful punt from midfield, but it was totally off target for now. Esperance with quite a few dyed-in-the-wool internationals in their ranks. The goalkeeper Moez Ben Sherifa will be in the World Cup in Qatar next month with the Carthage Eagles, and Anis Badri also a seasoned international. They've also got the Malian Fousseni Koulibaly, another very experienced player. Plateau United, on the other hand, of course, also now getting the much needed experience in continental football. They may not be as frequent as the likes of Enyimba or Esperance. Plateau United are building their legacy as far as African football is concerned. The top Nigerian teams, you remember, once continental competitions are concerned, you immediately remember Enyimba, Rangers, Shooting Stars, Bendel Insurance. Those are the ones with continental titles. Heartland for Warrior, those are the ones that the teams on whom Nigerian hopes rest. And to tell you the size of the task, they've got to beat this Esperance side today. And not just beat them, they've got to beat them over two legs, knock them out, eliminate them, kick them out of the Champions League if they are to progress to where it all matters, and that is the money spinning group stage. Well, they've got what Esperance doesn't have, and that's Daniel Itodo, the man with the longest throw in African club football, and he hits this one right onto the edge of the 18-yard area, but the header then was over the top. Well, let's of course let you know that there are huge figures in Nigerian club football who are right here today. Not least of which is that the recently elected president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau. That's an in-swinging corner. Ben Sharifa does the business first time, and I think that ball was headed back to him, and he knocks it forward, trying to look for the run of his man there, but an easy one for Plateau United to clear there. Ball sent back to Ayeleso, who gets read. Plateau United, 3-2 winners on aggregate in the preliminary round against AS Manji of Gabon, a team that came here trying to frustrate the Nigerian side, but they were undone eventually with a 64th minute goal scored by the midfielder Hega Kato. Now the ball breaks forward. Ayeleso is there. He chests it without absolutely any fear and rolls it to his defender. Well, that was a hand-to-mouth moment, but Ayeleso was cool as ice. Well, that looked to be some high boot, but throw is the resultant effect for Plateau United. Talking about Cletus, but this Itodo, the last man I remember who had such a long throw was the Rory Delap in the English Premier League, but I'm not sure even he could heave a ball as long as this man can. Plateau United down the right, trying to initiate an attack, but again, the final one into the final third, not the best one. They build the game from the back. Ball across to the left, a header from Esperance will take that away, and again, in the middle of the pack. The North Africans, 4-time champions, is got to be remembered of the Champions League. So this is one of Africa's most successful sides playing right here today. But then they're playing against one of Nigeria's most determined sides and one of Nigeria's most successful sides of the last 5 years. Another opportunity, but this time, well, that was a fumble from Ayele, so he eventually falls on the ball and towards danger. They've really got to be spot on at the back, Plateau United. And that attempted cross, charged down, and they come again just outside the area. And that's an opportunity for Plateau United. The player goes down in the box. Referee says nothing doing. Itodo back into the middle. A shot from long distance, and Ben Sharifa watches that one fly past his left-hand post. But Plateau United are beginning just gradually, just slowly, beginning to grind down the defenses of the opponents. That's the second corner for them from that left wing. The first one needed a right-handed. The referee says it's another corner kick. The referee says it's another corner. I think he made a hash of the attempted punch, and eventually the ball went into touch of his own player. And that's driven in to the far side now. A header called for, but that misses everyone. And we'll roll out on the far side. Okay, well, it's kept in. United on the attack again. Oh, you can hear the applause from the fans. Absolutely delighted with what they are seeing Plateau United do. I think in terms of the ball play, Plateau United has done good since kickoff, which is just about 17 minutes ago. And it's still 0-0 at this point. Still a long, long, long way to go. It's that final pass in the final third that needs to work for Plateau United. For Esperance, they are comfortable to just sit and defend for now and then try to hit on the counter like right now. But again, they have been thwarted. This time it is Ifeanyi Emmanuel, one of the fairly young players, right here, beg pardon, in Plateau United. And they try to move the ball forward now. Down the left it is Itodo, a cross call for. He knocks it a little too much pace on that one. And eventually it will be shadowed into touch on the far side. And I think the decision was a free kick rather than a throw. And they are taking it easy at the back. Esperance down the right, but not seeing any avenues to progress, but they chip. All these forward balls are working out for them. And at that time, well, the forward man there was looking to strike on goal. That was Riyad Benayad, but the flag did go up for offside. The crowd here, they want that to have gone to Plateau United, but the referee wasn't having that, at least not that time. Itodo knocks it back into Esperance territory. And the North Africans trying to build from the back. Well, that time he went through, but again, just offside. Plateau United so far spot on with this last line, of course, is a situation you've got to be absolutely careful with. When you step forward, you've got to be sure you absolutely are the last man. Plateau United beginning now to gradually control proceedings right from the middle of the pack. They really need to be more incisive. The forward balls are the ones that are letting them down at the moment. They've got some real tall, rangy characters behind Esperance. In terms of skill, Plateau United doing brilliantly. That ball is set up nicely. And a chance for a shot here. Can they open the score? His touch. The second one was the faulty one. He took him wide of the target. And instead, well, he could have scored, but he will have to make do with a corner kick for now. So far, very, very watchable game of football. He puts it right in the money. But again, it's over the top. I think that's from, I think that was Mustafa. Someone is down. Two players actually are down. One from Plateau United and one from Esperance de Tunis. The medical team for both teams are right there. Head injuries in and that is the situation we have right here at the MKO Abiola Stadium, right here in the federal capital city of Abuja. Esperance of Tunisia were drawn by to this round of the competition based on their pedigree in CAF competitions. Plateau United, on the other hand, did have to play the preliminary round game against the Gabonese champions AS Manji. It was tough, but they eventually got the job done. 3-2 was the final score over 2 legs in that one. The same score over 2 legs against Esperance will do fans of Plateau United just fine. So it appears the two injured players back on their feet. And the Esperance player, jogging around the corner flag and looking to go right back onto the pitch at the moment. It's 23 minutes right here, and it's 0-0 between Plateau United and Esperance of Tunisia. It's also 0-0 at the Adokia Misemeka Stadium in Port Harcourt between Rivers United and the cup holders Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. Another foul here, and you'd wonder, well, that looked like a heavy challenge worthy of a yellow card, but for the moment, the center official is keeping everything right in his pocket. Well, there is another Nigerian club side in action this afternoon, and they are playing at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos. That's Kwara United. They're facing the Confederations Cup champions, RS Berkane of Morocco. Plateau United with an opportunity there, but that ball is headed wide of target. And this time around, it's a goal kick. They thought they had a fourth corner of the first half, but a goal kick it's going to be. Well, for Kwara United, it's not been the best of first half so far. After 26 minutes, it's Kwara United 0, RS Berkane 1. That's in the CAF Confederations Cup. But again, there's a long, long, long way to go in that one. They can come back. Right here, no goals to talk about. After 26 minutes, it's been largely dominated by Plateau United and punctuated, of course, with those attempts on the break for Esperance. But neither of these two sides yet to break the deadlock. Well, that's a ball almost given away in a very dangerous area, but they got the rub of the green that time, Plateau United. Ben Sharifa recovers the ball before it rolls over the goal line. And like I did say earlier, North African teams are the masters of time wasting when it comes to football. If you don't know how, they know how to do it right from the first half. And then when they get home, they open up. So Plateau United, I beg your pardon, they themselves have had enough experience right now in Africa to know how to counter such antics. Good turn in the middle of the park. Ball played out left. It's Chalali. And he tries to put it just on the edge of the area. Gets a return. A shot back. And that's an open goal. And they put it into the back of the net. But, well, that is an opening goal for Esperance of Tunisia. A real breakdown in communication at the back for Plateau United. And the ball smacked in off the crossbar. The away side, they've got the lead. They've got an away goal. In the 28th minute, it is Plateau United 0, Esperance of Tunisia 1. Right here at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja. No panic yet. Nothing to worry about. It's a game of football, and there's a long way to go. Plateau United simply need to be more incisive up front. They need to be braver. They need to be more courageous. They need to take the fight to the opponent. They need to wear them down and grind them down. And they can get back in business. An away goal is not the end of the world, but then they have definitely got to fight and fight hard. A Plateau player is flattened just inside the Esperance half of the pitch, and it's a free kick hard. A Plateau player is flattened just inside the Esperance half of the pitch, and it's a free kick to the home side. Lost in quick succession by both teams. In the final third, it's with Plateau United smacks that one off the top of the crossbar. That was a sweet, swerving attempt. That beat Moez Ben Sharifa all ends up and smacked off the crossbar and into touch. That is what I'm talking about. Plateau United burying their fangs for the first time in this matchup. They have beaten the goalkeeper, but have not beaten the bar. Next time, they need to stick it in between the sticks. Ben Sharifa lofts that one into the middle of the pack. Plateau United for control. Shapi Kato that time denied by the Esperance defense. Number 8, Anis Badri. He plays it forward. And this is Riyad Benayad, who has been he's been stopped basically by Christopher Mweze. It's a corner kick, the first one for Esperance. Remember, they have the lead. Goal scored in the 27th minute. Ayeleso urging his men to stay strong on the ball. And his Badri, he also will be in Qatar for the World Cup next month. He drives in this one and he's swinging right corner. Heads go up there. The one that got it couldn't keep it down, or goal side. Ibrahim Mustafa, the man they call Yoga, he lost the ball there. Well, I think that's a little bit of an issue Plateau United need to sort out because they haven't been that precise in the final third. Their attackers are having to come right into midfield to pick up the ball and then suddenly discover they have a long way to go to get to the opponent's 18-yard box. Their forward balls need to be more telling. It needs to be more problematic to defend against. So free kick. Between Rivers United and Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. That free kick driven into Esperance half of the pitch. Kato gets back possession. The marking from Esperance is absolutely tight. They create these zones to snuff out the ball, and he gets past his man now. And what does he do? Is Benayad. There's a lot of space. Plateau United did defend that one well that time. Benayad is down at United half of the pitch, but for now he's been ignored. But then the referee cites him and puts a stop to play to find out exactly what is wrong with the Esperance player. It's actually Muata Zadem who is down on the turf and clutching, well, anywhere from his calf to his thighs to his ankles. Plateau United they need to not just overcome the 1-0 deficit at the moment. They need to try to get a victory at least in this first leg. Be taken now out on the pitch as the injured player jogs back, hoping to rejoin the action. And this is 2-1. Absolutely done by Plateau United. In the middle of the park, they need to move it on. Koulibaly in attendance, but Plateau is still in control in the middle of the pack. Is he going to try to look for Yuga just on the edge of that penalty area? He decides to go down the right and fakes his shot. Eventually, it is shot down instead of the cross, headed for the 18. The final and a throw it is. Well, when you play against these teams, you know you have to be spot on for 90 minutes. That's the only way you are going to take them out, and United have got to put every foot right. Another heave, and it is a goal for Plateau United. They are level. Plateau United are level. We are on an even kill again. It was a heaved-in effort in terms of throwing from Daniel Itodo. Only God knows.
ورقة صفراء كوليبالي، ورقة صفراء أصدقت فرنسايد بعد تدخل أمام ساندي، بعد التدخل أمام ساندي. مخالفة لنادي بلاتو يونايتد في 43 دقيقة لعب من تنفيذ نوايتي. ينفذ نوايتي إبراهيم مصطفى مباشرة لمعز بن شريفية، ثم حمد الهوني تستقبل الكرة ترجع من دفاع نادي بلاتو يونايتد. ترجع تلك الكرة عن طريق اونيو بيشي صاحب هدف التعادل. معتز قدام ممتاز، معتز يفك الكرة. الشعلالي انيس البدري، انيس يوصل الكرة لبن علي، توزيع بالمرمى توصل بن علي، توصل لمنطقة الجزاء قدام ما ياخذهاش بالراس، هو بن عياد ما ياخذهاش بالراس للاسف. كانت فرصة للترجي واجهوا معاكسة تو بلاتو يونايتد الحضري. ممتاز مرة أخرى توغاي بن حميدة في الديوان يتحصل على تماس